What's up everybody, just thought I'd speedrun the death of my wallet and update my pre-order list for the second half of 2022. And just so I don't waste everyone's time and repeat the same information, we're mainly going to focus on the new additions to the list. But if you want to see me elaborate or go into more detail on the older figures, you can always check out the original video. Anyways, we're going to do things a little bit different this time. Typically people separate their pre-order list by month of release. But since things keep getting delayed, I'm gonna group them together by types of figures like Nendoroids or scales. Also, with how expensive everything is, I'm gonna be shipping these by surface or sea mail, so you can expect me to unbox these sometime before 2077. But with that out of the way, let's get into it. So let's start things off with a blast and talk about this Cannonball Kirby with a little safety helmet. It's made by Misc, who make a lot of little character goods and knickknacks. But I want to get this because it supports a good message. If you're going to be playing with explosives and shooting yourself out of a cannon, you know, safety first, wear a hard hat. Also, it's like 10 bucks. Still waiting on that Podolce Kirby. He's basically had his fill of Sakura Mochi and turned himself into one. You know what they say, you are what you eat. And then we have the super duper extra colorful remit set. I got the Figuart Zero Nobara pre-ordered. In my opinion, this is the best Nobara figure so far, and I think a lot of people agree because she sold out day 1 on AmiAmi, but it looks like they're making more and pre-orders have opened back up. Funny enough, I ordered this Otakala plushie before I even watched the show. I just wanted to make sure I got it before pre-orders closed. Odd Taxi was great, but even if I didn't love the series, worst case scenario, I would have just had a silly looking walrus plushie. I also got this lettuce dog plushie. Its tongue looks like a melted green apple airhead, but I don't know, sometimes I just like buying random shit. Then we have these minifigures of Yu Yu Hakusho, though I'm a little peeved that Good Smile has only made pop parades for Kurama and Hiei. Like, do they know that Yusuke is the main character of the series? You know, where's he at? But we are approaching the 30th anniversary of the anime, which makes me feel kinda old. So hopefully we'll get some new announcements. Now, I like to buy figures that would look silly together, and one that really pairs well is the infamous meme figure that is Woody from Toy Story. So yeah, this was released by Revolvetech like 10 years ago, but this one is slightly updated. It still has a bunch of expressions, including the iconic and questionable face. Honestly, it's a questionable purchase. I'm probably wasting my money, but it's nice to have a piece of meme history. Moving on to prize figures, we have Yor from Spy Family. This is made by Sega. These just went up for pre-order pretty recently, but I'm taking a bit of a gamble since I've never had a Sega prize figure before. Of course, to go with Yor, we also have Lloyd, but you can see they put a lot of effort into these promotional pictures to make them look good, so I hope they do a good job. I know they also announced they're making pop-up parades for them, but I think these would look a lot better sitting on a shelf next to the manga. Then I got Kohaku from Dr. Stone. I was hoping they were going to make a pop-up parade for her since they made Senku, but I got tired of waiting. And who knows, this might even look better than the pop-up parade and still be cheaper. So I got rid of my bootleg Kakashi figure, and I was thinking about getting the real one. The thing is, even though Naruto is really nostalgic for me, I don't want to spend a lot of money on a series I don't really care about anymore. So I picked up a prize figure for Rock Lee. Personally, he's my favorite, and I kinda wish he was the main character. They would have to change the title, but I would have been way more attached to Naruto. For pop-up parades, I'm still waiting on Okayu and Kurone, but knowing them, they're still lost at sea. Same thing with Coconut, this came out in February. Unfortunately, Nobara already shipped out before I could cancel her. Since I got the Figuarts one, I don't really want figures of the same character, at least not in the same outfit, but I guess at least I'll be able to compare them. Still got the Ryuko pop-up parade as well as Chika from Kaguya-sama. But a new addition is the Marine pop-up. I really love her color scheme here with the red, gold, and black. I also really wanted her because I was thinking about starting a pirate themed display, but I really hope this one looks good to justify that higher price tag. Also new is the Lucifer pop-up parade. I would prefer the Nendoroid to match the other girls, who are getting Nendos as well, but I didn't play Helltaker until recently, so I kinda missed out on it. Finally, we have Spike Spiegel. I guess the best part about the Netflix show is that it reminded everybody how great the original was, Plus, with so many waifus in the collection, I kinda wanted a few more guys. I really wasn't planning on getting any more Nendoroids after Miku, but I guess I have no self-control. And since I wanted more guys, what better way to represent the degenerate male than with Kazuma from Konosuba? I'm sure people are psyched he got a re-release, especially with the new season around the corner. Then you have Komi, which I don't know how you say no once you see her with those eyes and cat ears, plus she's only like $35. Then we have Monica from Doki Doki Literature Club. I really like the way this Nendoroid looks sitting down, it just feels so natural, unlike the Swatchos. Plus, I think Monica and Komi would make great high school friends. We got Papyrus, because he's Papyrus, but I think he would make great friends with the 30th anniversary Kirby. Honestly, I love this Kirby so much, I almost pre-ordered a second one. Finally, we have these dinosaur body cases. That way you don't let those Nendoroid faceplates go to waste. But I'm definitely gonna use one of them for Monica's scary face. And then we have what will probably be the most expensive figure in my collection, freaking Kaiba, the richest man in Yu-Gi-Oh! Of course he has his beloved Blue Eyes White Dragon, as well as Blue Eyes Alternative Dragon. I freaking love Kaiba, he's so over the top. He built a time machine so he can go back and play a children's card game with an ancient Egyptian pharaoh. But yeah, I absolutely love the composition of this figure. How each of the dragon wings make Kaiba look like he has his own set of wings. He's almost like an angel. I mean, his attribute is light. You know, there's also a Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon figure, but for around the same price, I don't know why you would get that one over the Kaiba figure. Nerd talk aside, he is a very big figure. Shipping is gonna be a nightmare, but he's definitely worthy of being a centerpiece. Also from Yu-Gi-Oh, but the one where they play on motorcycles, is Stardust Dragon. You can also get Yusei to go with him, but since I'm not Kaiba, I needed to save money somewhere, so I had to cut him. Everyone in Amioji is freaking gorgeous and good looking, so it was a tough call to make, but since I don't really have many husbandos in my collection, I went with this hunk of man. I missed out on his pre-orders, but luckily somebody canceled theirs. He just gives off that noble, calm, and godlike vibe that I get from Zhongli. But speaking of Genshin, I still have Ningguang ordered. I do like figures that sit on a chair or throne. So to go with her, I also got the Arknight Suitor figure by Myethos. Compared to other scales, you're getting a really unique figure for a great price. Then I still have all my Eva figures pre-ordered with Masato, as well as the Revolve Asuka. But new to the list is the long-haired Mega House Ray. I thought she would look really nice next to the Revolve Asuka since they're both in white plug suits. But I don't think she's a scale figure like Asuka, so it might look a little off. I kinda want to cancel her, but since I already paid for her on Tokyo Otaku mode and they don't accept cancellations, so I guess we're taking a gamble. Of course we still have the Radio Asuka. In terms of figures that are just standing around, she's probably the one I'm looking most forward to. Still got this Neko figure, this one just shipped out pretty recently. We got the Rock Singer Miku, which comes out in August. The super elegant but very pricey Artoria figure by Kotobukiya. I actually canceled this Ari figure, but then when the yen dropped, I went like mad with power and pre-ordered her again. But I still really like her, especially the crystal tail. I really wish this is how the crystal looked on the Kotobukiya angel. As a big fighting game fan, Mai Shiranui was a childhood crush. She got excluded from Smash Bros because it's only for good boys and girls, but I'm gonna disappoint Daddy Sakurai. I'm not a good boy. I couldn't help but pre-order her. I do think there are better figures of her, but most of them are resins which are way too expensive. Another Bishoujo figure, this one is for G.I. Joe, which I don't have any attachment to. This one just checks all my boxes. But it does kinda suck because this is a new version of another figure. The original one had a black color scheme and you couldn't remove the helmet. It just seems like figure companies are doing that a lot recently, where they release a better version right after. Then at the end of the year, I still have this bombshell of a figure. We have Iowa from Kantai Collection. Her fun pose and how they integrated the ship and the base together looks so good, and it's pretty much what sells the figure for me. But we also have another ship girl. We have Baltimore from Azure Lane. Thankfully, Alter gives you the option of buying just the figure or the deluxe version with the ship parts, but it costs like an extra 14,000 yen. And you kinda have that obnoxious support rod. I understand they're going off of the original art. I can't blame Alter, there's not much they could have done. But when you compare it to Iowa, it just seems so boring. Though, if price wasn't an issue, I think it would have been really neat to have both of them with the ship parts so they can kind of face off. I know Mimiyoi just did Bremerton in her tennis outfit, so if they do Baltimore in hers, I don't know if I can control myself. I might have to get that as well. And finally, I have May from Guilty Gear. I absolutely love her character design in Strive. She's got a goofy pirate hat, an oversized anchor, Mickey Mouse shoes, fingerless gloves, and at least on the promotional pictures, I think they nailed everything, especially her expression. It is a bummer they didn't incorporate Mr. Dolphin or any of the other sea animals into the figure, but if you order the limited edition, it does come with an acrylic stand, so at least it's something. So yeah, that about wraps it up for the updated pre-order list. Definitely a lot more than I intended to spend this year, but we will be unboxing these on the channel, though probably 3 months after everybody else. Anyways, feel free to roast any of my pre-orders down in the comments. I'm gonna be doing a bunch of little unboxings next week, but as always, thanks for watching, subscribing would be awesome, and I hope to see you on the next video. Bye bye.